what this is all about and why young people are ditching the regular smartphones, maybe. I'm joined by Jose Briones. He's a digital creator and dumb phone influencer. Thanks for taking the time to join us. Look, I am perplexed by this entire thing. It makes no sense to me. We obviously have a problem with people, not just kids, but also adults on their phones all the time. I think I saw somebody almost get hit by a bus the other day because they're on their phones crossing the street. So this is obviously a societal problem. But tell me more, what is a dumb phone?
Yeah, so thank you for the opportunity to showcase some of this in the community around it. Essentially, a dumb phone nowadays comes in three categories. There's the really basic ones that only have calls and texts. There are, like this one right here, this is my work phone, and I use a phone called the Sunbeam F1. It's calls and texts, and it has a calendar and a music feature. Then you have a second segment, which is more digital minimalist, more premium, if you will. This is the Light Phone 2, and it does have calls and text, but it does bring podcast, music, calendar, calculator, things that are more useful, but not the infinite feeds around you. And of course, it has a touchscreen. And then you also have even phones that look like the past, like a flip phone, but that have even apps, like Skype or even WhatsApp, things of that nature.
Who is the target market of these phones? I've got kids. I know people who have kids, and none of these kids would want that. I can tell you that already.
I think
who is the target market for this?
I think the target market is people that have recognized that their smartphones have been designed with a certain bent towards entertainment or the idea of continually scrolling all day, and they kind of want to cut back. They want a simpler life. It's not necessarily for people that are looking to just make a detox out of it, but people that want to switch their lifestyle, just live a little bit slower, but still have some conveniences around.
Is this for adults or kids?
I think it's for everybody. If you go to the dumb phone subreddit, so it's a Reddit page, and it's called Dumb Phones right there, you see a lot of discussion from many, many backgrounds of life. Some kids are doing it as kind of like a retro thing, but on the adult generation is more like, I don't have to be connected all the time. Some people even use a dual setup, like saying throughout the week, I'll be on my smartphone, but at the end of the week, I want to relax, I want to be with my family, and I'm going to use a dumb phone in order to have less stimulation and more connection with people. I think that is another target audience for a lot of these devices.
I do like the retro aspect of this very, very much. The whole flip phone thing brings back some good memories. The mental health, though, I will even use mental health and physical health that's taking a toll on our children, not just here in the U.S., but around the world, as you saw in the last segment that we just had.
Absolutely.
I think parents are really struggling. There are some, I guess, apps that allow you to shut the phone off for the kids, right? So that they can't be on their phones 24 hours a day. Maybe it shuts off at 8 p.m. or 9 p.m. depending on when your kids goes to bed. I mean, isn't that a possible solution that we could have to make life a little bit less easy or more easy at home?
Absolutely. Software solutions are an option, and a lot of people are introducing them. There's a company from the Netherlands called Unplug that has a physical token that you kind of have to tap in order to access all of the internet. And if you don't tap it, you can put it away and just use the bare functionalities of smartphones. The problem is also, I think, the way that we are interacting with these physical objects. We've gotten used to smartphones over time, over these past 10 years. So for us, it's a tool that has all of the internet and all of the capabilities, and reducing that psychological tie may be a little bit hard for some, and switching to something simpler, like something that looks completely different, may allow you to reset the way that our brains work. And also, it's kind of like when you try to watch a movie on a flip phone like this, it's probably not going to be the best experience. So you're going to default to watching movies or doing some of those digital things on bigger screens like a desktop or a laptop, which are better experiences overall, rather than having the dopamine hit every single time you scroll or have an app give you the latest and greatest.
I'm curious, who makes these phones?
Plenty of companies. Of course, there's the good old reliable Nokia right there. They're still making them. They have a lineup of smartphones, and they have also a lineup of feature phones. But of course, you have new contenders like a Swiss company called Punkt, even a Chinese company called Xiaomi. So Xiaomi F21, Xiaomi F22. They're available via AliExpress. That's how I got mine. And they're kind of half and half. They have some smart features, but they still look retro. So it can be kind of like a good middle ground. You still have access to the apps you need, but you don't have the big screen that allows you to consume content all the time.
Do they have, I'm just curious, do they have the internet on there? Like they can...
Some of them do. Yeah, some of them do. So, for example, the Xiaomi F21 is one of my favorites. Works here in the United States, and it works also overseas. And that one has a decent size screen. But the main thing is that because the screen is smaller than your current smartphone, you're not going to be tempted to pull it out and be like, oh, yes, I want to watch this show, this small screen right here. So you're going to use it for very productive things like WhatsApp or...
All right, Jose. I think I'm sold. We're going to look for one. We're going to go retro. I like it. Jose, thank you very much.
You can check the dumb phone finder I created where people can check and filter and find their perfect phone.
Okay, thank you. Thank you, Jose.